Rich, we've enjoyed very, very good goals. Ewe Ghana Premier League in him. Ayana ko focus a quality ni Ayana minimum nyadwen. And the abafia babe between Blay, ego no share or Pando no. And Rafael and Ponsago or share ewo the Accra Sports Stadium. There now GD say the best goal of the week. Ewo the Ghana Premier League in him. So I read that obit me started the comments but you do also on share so I be na what me ahwe near the abedi local football and common. Now Rich. Minimum Champions League games, ever started from China. But Rich, this weekend, and the Sua boys say tea or betting who is because of these fixtures. Oh yes, it is because of these fixtures. So Arsenal and shit, Madrid and shit, Inter and shit, Barcelona and shit. So Ushe games in Libya. Now where the way and your Mexico ya Rich. Omo bobo ni nyina no. Omo adwene sawo week midweek no. Enti me na me begina asama akopa na me woka kire omo Rich. Senior omo di omo focus. Eko Tuesday Wednesday abra yenye nduru ho no. Rich Ochina any Wednesday they should give us a very, very good knockout games. Because it was clear. Say, omo weekend ni nyina no, no omo ni ho. Say, ehon omo so imagine wa, ye ni omo ya adwen. Enti Ochina any Wednesday, Rich, Arsenal, Real Madrid, super game, they should give it to us. Bayern, Inter, Momoma a super cracker game. Paris Saint-Germain, Villa, the same thing. Barcelona and Dortmund. Yes, Rome. Massimo Mecano. Na Rich, meti office one meet you when Fifi. And a Fifi Busau say, the Ecoso was Spanish La Liga anymore. Who did this between Real Madrid and Barcelona? Why not again here? Also, Real Madrid. How? Yeko weekend no nyanto wase. Yeko weekend no. Se na ohwe La Liga table na. The points gap between Real Madrid and Barcelona are 3 points. Yebo weekend ni wiye no. I increase by 4 advantage Barcelona. E ba ne say na.
But a chance of stretch out 6.
Derby. The conclusion is that Bakwa Lucy, Bakwa draw, you get 1 point. The fact that now Barcelona himself Real Madrid and Lucy, they could have stretched it to 6. At least they stretched it to 4. Say a 1 point in par. It is an advantage. Now look, so we features now 52 Rich, there's an Air Clasico.
Sure.
See about Air Clasico we are. You were saying say it will go down to the wire to the last games. Rich, say if the 4 points gap no, Edemwa nearby classic and nearby draw, it means we can't go to the wire because there's a 4 points gap. And say even before we play the last games, Barcelona G League no.
Madrid fans so much.
We see a Yambo game no. I'm saying say should Barcelona and Real Madrid win all games now can. Na Air Clasico no draw. See Yamboy. The 4 points gap near them means that Barcelona can even go to San Meme and lose and still win the league by the time of the Konupono. Inaki Williamson in a guard of honor because they've won the league. It's me no one agenda. Said this weekend they are told Barcelona and Real Madrid. I advantage to Real Madrid more. No. Yeah, corner 3, Ababe 4. But Rich, you see, Carlo Ancelotti call after the game, and some job for air suggestion man say, "Ura, yenim say, wo history as a coach. Adia winim yepa is how you manage your dressing room. But Ayakwa say, you are being too gentle. As a own person, asembeba, but you should choose your penalty taker. And the journalists are suggesting to him, say, Omugiri se Kylian Mbappe should be the Madrid penalty taker. What do you say, Kara? I say, oh, okay. So, Sano Mokado, Kwako, Washe. Rich, this game, Madrid should have beaten Valencia. No credit say, and Valencia team Papebia. I watch the Spanish La Liga. Minim Valencia pa. Any team Papebia. But Rich, Serena Fifi Kano. The momentum now Madrid at the starting game. No. All that they needed to do was to score the first penalty. No. So, commercial first penalty now. Rich, I am telling you, the Valencia team are minimum this season in the Spanish La Liga. And come on, Oma Bembebu. And come on, Bebu cry. But I don't tell you Vinicius Junior. Okay, Rich. May the Amintias and say, if indeed, and does Villa Becasa and okay, as someone on the was that on the never bet 50. Now, Rich, young friend say, Vinicius F4 4. Say no question common course there. Then that should have motivated him to know say, goalkeeper no, we did tell me so about penalty no. Eti mami money ye preko. But Rich, penalty ya mi hu ye die. Bibi anyway say Vinicius F4 penalty ni gidigi so obebo ni ye. Look.
Baby, keeper ninja. I want no bob on fire.
And
short to send him.
What I said, there's no punch placing in yet because it was almost in the middle. But now corner hokra. And the way Vinicius ball penalty was so bad for a penalty. What to chacha? Me no. You could have a wrong attitude towards a penalty, but the moment that's really back at and say, oh, I for 50. I was a money break. Rich, yet me go park so kobobo. Ye kwa agoni yedi. Ne boy penalties ne warm up. But the moment to make us penalties we are bodo. Ye physical to so no. Na ni tokwa, na ni anibre. And for a street boy say Vinicius there. For me, I think say after that really be catch and say yen two bets no. Na also fan anibre. And the penalty no boy no. Anchire anibre ba ku say. Rich. Look, minimum say I don't want to stretch Real Madrid and lose to Valencia. Real Madrid and lose to Valencia. Minimum pass Real Madrid born on no more Rich. They had one sight on Arsenal. And game ni real omo. Her time who go say good. Omere 90 plus 5. 90 plus 5 there. Oh yeah, they react. What upon? Now, unim de ashe Real Madrid for the power. Rich, who go do no share go? What about Real Madrid da? What share Real Madrid Jesse ni da? Ena obewie almost the Santiago Bernabeu. Yes, Real Madrid I show a lot in the game, but Rich, I will not assess Real Madrid with game normal boy against Valencia. I will say same for team and friend Barca. May I show so for every Barcelona for Rich, the biggest disappointment is say they knew the Real Madrid results. And me also say, I don't know how can say, oh, Uchi say Real Madrid any advantage, because say only opponent I want in the league and every result say, well, Lucy to Valencia, I been about yeah. Then you must do whatever it takes to beat team and friend Real Betis. But Rich, game in a no. Only maybe a man meji two say has a flick 2 is looking at Dortmund game no. Barcelona game. What's your first goal through Gavi? And a Betis Attica. And a normal circumstances, my best had said this season. Say Barcelona Boboa Rich, the moment they change Obisa Frankie de Jong and bring in Eric Garcia, are moments they want to close the game. And you close the game when you are winning it. But Rich, at 1-1, Uriah friend Hansi Flick decided to pull players who said they will play in the first 11 against Dortmund and bring in players who have more playing time to freshen our legs. I want a man who said, Hansi Flick did so. I didn't quite remember the lose. And to say, you're quiet to me, and sir, near 1 pointer, it is okay for us. And you stretch it from 3 to 4. It's young fun. Look at the changes. Now Hansi Flick here. Moving out the first team players and bringing in players which Omunsha Daniel status out of Barcelona so they be a first team for can relax and first team your friend Dortmund. And it is as if I'm so special, it was going to be confirmed. Ampa Hansi Flick called post match. Oh, see you 1-1 now, but we are say Anya require 1 point from the game. We must focus on the rest. And I'm saying, okay, so I don't know coach who gave me the then so be it. Rich. It is an see with the Spanish La Liga any normal course. Look. Me who Chelsea lineup. Make the same thing our Chelsea supporters make. Which sometimes you don't understand coaches. Well, Chelsea a team this season. Adia bako mo lucky a momentum. Omu nyebi. So omu winning games atota so bebre. Omu nyebi. Again, Rich. Chelsea team no. Omu best player in the team in Kopama. Ako matches without a goal or assist. Amane sunsu mi na aswati. Then against Tottenham Hotspur, why assist to Enzo Fernandez? Amana she go. So you could see say everything as an awakening to the spirit. Rich. Oh yes, I did anyway, you know. The next game, now go to the bench. I don't understand. Who Malo Gusto? Who Rich James? Who your most informed left back in the team? Mark Cucurella. Oh, come baby, say Brentford. Rich. Now the Cucurella so I got question now.
And I was medical.
It's me say oh boy.
Then man mo first half now later we win game you know pulling out.
Me say oh boy Gusto any Rich James. I was flank so I'm say coach. Okay. Ode ko Palmer kwatena bench. Then you bench Nicola Jackson too. Then you bench Pedro Neto. And the Enzo Maresca no game no what is say Brentford for one of the matches yama. Now Rich, beyond the lineup, game no end day no meboa. But nenye game I was say ending nil. If you look at the statistics, Anya Shekrano, Brentford had an SG of over 1.22. Chelsea had 1.32. It's game way, not Anya Shekrano. It should have ended 1-1. But two teams, Rich, they just couldn't find the goals, our game. And it was a very, very disappointing draw. Chelsea TIA, and that is why Fifi was thanking you. And he said, Man City and shit. And that is a very, very good result at the team and friend Chelsea. But Rich, see about season anyway. Manu Susumna so. Now be to Chelsea or Champions League ambition. They will come back to games like this. And the decision now, Coach Enzo Maresca, it's me, Rich, at the end of two Liverpool, 26 games in the Premier League unbeaten. 26. No, Marco, 26. The last time a Liverpool LUC game was last year. I think the middle of December. Last year in the Premier League. No, Marco, 26 games. Now, even our Fulham Crown, Rich, they started well with this goal from McAllister. Super goal, Rich. Super goal. Argentina for them go so many ball. My share game, I should highlight. I wanted to understand what happened to Liverpool because, Rich, under Anna Slot, Liverpool, yes, our teams now. They go to sleep in games in Libya. And Liverpool, yes, our teams in Libya, a characteristic of complacency. Because the coach I can consistently say, so we're Premier League now. It seems so much, but they are not going to sleep. And Rich, Liverpool to me can't say and say, oh, after a first goal, no, now you conserve your energy for the Champions League. Competition made they say Liverpool. And what happened to Liverpool then? Because Sadio way this season, especially under Anna Slot, yeah, who will be that?
Oma Brana.
Rich, Ebrebe, because they say Liverpool more Champions League. League Cup you more final ya boy.
Newcastle aje.
Liverpool are not in the FA Cup meboa. So omu we ni enti brebe biem ni ho. But look, you start the game now. She mistake bi na Ibrahim Konate here no. Enti you could clearly see say this was a game Liverpool wanted to give some things away. Any natural of the Liverpool team. But Rich, you more Marco Seba and Manchester Abaso. Sometimes it's a big team ba. Not only in the game, Rich, not even or show the vulnerabilities. So why more good game, you can't take advantage of that. And it's always a game in Libya. Anytime at Liverpool, a mistake Biano, Fulham make sure say they took an advantage of it, especially unless he will be go. So Andy Robertson made 3 mistakes, 3 errors in succession leading to Sago. No. Emma, at the end of the day, it won't be short because I deflect or no one can move and a born a cotton net. Rich, me the man who see crano. Let me the man who see on the Manchester Derby game near course. Rich, no quitting your man. And where you have no form you no pa ball.
Our pictures now circulate here. Fans in both Manchester United City support or stadium order.
Me say,
oh, shut derby game.
Mama,
stadium order.
Mama, honest. There are some times, some uncle Baba have sports stadium. Now say, Ghana Premier League, I watch on TV. Say, me share Ghana Premier League games. Now there are big games in Europe, Rich. I am a ding, so I'll be switching. Rich, Ubeje di say, me share Adum TV. Heart of Lions against Kotoko. Me share the whole of the first half of the year. And South America say, oh, say Manchester Derby the best started 3:30. So it means they've already played bare 15 minutes. Rich, me tuning into the Manchester Derby no. After 15 minutes, now minutes of Kotoko ni Pando Abano. Rich, between 15 minutes no. And I made chance Heart of Lions Kotoko beba back no. Na me da. So I had to switch back to Pando and be active. Mr. Kotoko morning in every year. And so I must switch back to watch the last minute of the Manchester Derby again. Mr. Adebeto one. Rich, let me say that him. Now, Guy never say game no share no. And your Premier League game standard.
Manchester Derby.
Yes. I say more no share no. And meaning the year doing totally Rich. Oh, Manchester Derby na good. Shadio. Manchester Derby. Rich.
0.38.
Jesus Christ.
0.14.
Yes.
City.
Yes. 90 minutes.
City ball game.
Yes.
Now the edge
is 90 minutes. 0.14. Manchester 0.39. Ubere na wonder. Game be say Osha. Ubere day na wonder. None of these two teams. Sika war history war. The way a game this city Rich, they couldn't even average 1.00 SG in the game. None. Now, Kotia Rubin Amorin say, we hear improvement. Now, Rich, now the team hear improvement in the build up, in the transition, and in the decision making in the final third there. And it's a team here overhauling. Because it's just a team in here.
On our grass,
I also on
because transition here, the owner be.
On a build up, on a transition. So
it is a Madian,
I think say this season has been terrible for Manchester United. But in the context of the Manchester Derby, Rich, Manchester United should be happy.
Yeah. At least they had 4 points.
Yes. And this season, Amorim about Pep 3 times. Odication 4-1 in the Champions League with Sporting CP. Obesen 2-1 ewo Etihad in the Premier League. And Enra wabo draw. Enti anya chekrano. Ruben Amorim from Sporting to Manchester, unbeaten against Ore friend Pep Guardiola. Enti me a Manchester United in here. Yes, minim say no man ko ye ni ade, but in the context of the Manchester derby, any Manchester konim emu de rich. I think say probably Manchester enya coach in play so far. Watch say heading for being say Pep Guardiola say obetimi asane Manchester Saturday na work say ade ma wo so kakra game we ho say Pep is not a coach obetimi atena no so ache. But Rich again, he has been able to pull off a 0-0, and even Manchester crowd had better chances in the game than Tima, your friend Manchester City. Rich, the Kosi, I don't know, this weekend here. And no, my uncle, you one code, Mamma for Manco for the uncle. Just one.
Me, Madame for public coming. Now, Quadian one was on a Pejanza. I say, my good friend Richard, Ruben Amorim has suddenly made a name for himself. His tactic skill and vision has ended him to bring a dynamic edge to the team, which is truly endable. He has transformed Manchester United to him.
Hey, sir.
Oblite coming. Where me and Madame Funona. I don't transform the team. Need to come.
I don't position my you down.